Hey everyone, this is Louisa Munson. You might know me as Mrs. M, and you're listening to the highlights of our ebook Should I Move to Portugal, which is celebrating the first 5 years of our family life in this amazing country.
Hey, Munson here. Forgot to record this on the show again, so here it is. Will Louisa love Lisboa? And there's the picture of her standing in our beautiful Airbnb as we go and have a look to see if she likes it, and the rest of the family as well. I'm back from the UK now then. I've had my little trip to Lisbon, to the capital, flying out to the UK. I love it. In fact, yes, very much so, and very happy to consider Mike's proposition of moving to and working in Lisbon, and the whole search for accommodation that might come as a result. But will Mrs. M like it is the big question here. Bear in mind that the capital was never part of our plan. We imagine living rurally in central Portugal, so big city living is yet another plot twist coming into our vortex. It's time to take the whole family to Elx, and see what they think about it. Surprisingly long train journey from San Martinho de Porto has us arrive at the Hitchcock-esque Santa Apollonia station on Lisbon's waterfront. Now, the thing about the Silver Coast is that it's not brilliantly connected with a high-speed railway line. It takes about 2.5 hours, I think, to get from San Martinho de Porto, which was quite difficult with kids on a hot day on a train for 2.5 hours. They did pretty well. We arrived at Santa Apollonia, which is beautiful. Our Airbnb is chic, central, and an exciting base for a few days of metropolitan prospecting, metropolitan meandering. We meet up with the boss, Owlnet founder Michael, and his wonderful wife Dee. We'll tell you more about Owlnet in the weeks to come and the amazing project that I was working on with Mike. And together we soak up the Lisbon vibe, where Mike and Dee, have already positioned themselves in delightful Belém, close to Pastel de Nata Ground Zero, of course, the famous cafe there. Pastéis de Belém, I think it's called, funnily enough. For the kids, big bubbles blown by street performers in Rocio Square. Be careful in Rocio Square with people coming up to you and offering you things wrapped in cling film. That's all I'll say about that for now. But the kids liked it, seeing not the things wrapped in cling film, of course, but the big bubbles blown by street performers and the stray kittens that you can see in that picture as well. Oh, look, they were in the back garden of our Airbnb, and of course we had to feed them, which might not have been the best thing to do. But anyway, those kittens in the backyard are the standout influential memories for the kids. A pushover then, as far as the kids are concerned about being in Lisbon. But it's Louisa that Lisbon needs to impress. So despite its pram unfriendliness and slippery calçadas, when it rains in Lisbon or any hilly part of Portugal covered in cobbles, be careful, especially if you've got your slippery DMs on. Trainers are your best footwear, and not high heels either. So I never wear high heels on the calçadas. I think Mrs. M has been won over. I take from this latest awe-inspiring experience, and it truly was to be in Lisbon in a way that we hadn't expected. I take 2 lessons, migratory lessons from this. Number 1, marry an amazing woman with a great sense of adventure and a great sense of humor. That's you, Mrs. M, should you be listening. And 2, migratory lesson, big lesson, prepare for things not to work out as you imagined. So there it is, the picture of our Lisbon base, a well put together Airbnb located well within the Elx buzz. And there we are, after a day of traveling, Mrs. M just standing on the doorstep there, like a lady of the night. Should I have said that? Probably not. More tomorrow. Bye for now.
So we hope you're enjoying listening to our adventures. Don't forget that Good Morning Portugal is all about helping you to feel at home in Portugal. And if you'd like to know more about how we can help you on your journey, just go to www.goodmorningportugal.com.